Hello. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. How is that? The video quality should get better. I have perfect internet. I don't know why. Just give it some time. It should improve. Um, so bear with me. Yeah, my internet is sensational. I got like 600 download and 50 upload. Uh, is it really that bad? Holy shit! All right, let me see something. All right, let's see. My internet is flawless. So I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see something though. All right, guys. So everybody can hear me. Everything's fine. Let me know if everything's fine. I could show you guys. I have 500 download and 30 upload. All right, everybody's here tonight. Everybody's with us. We good? Getting better. All right. I don't know, guys. I think it's something to do with this streaming software. I could be wrong, but anyway, just check it out. Let me start this over again. Let me start this over again. Hopefully the video gets better. Like I said, I have it set to 720p. I've got my internet is flawless right now. I just triple checked it. Absolutely flawless. So I don't know why it's doing that. Let me see one more time. Let me test it. Yeah, I got 350 download and my upload speed is 20. So my it's not my internet. All right, so check it out, guys. Check it out, guys. So hopefully it goes away. So guys, I'm sorry I'm late. Welcome everybody. We're close to 100 people already in here. Please drop a like on the show. So guys, I'm sorry I'm late. The reason I was late is I was on the phone with somebody. I don't know if anybody knows a guy named Brandon Leah. Brandon Leah is a guy that runs a YouTube channel called Talks from the Crypt. He's a buddy of mine. And we just been talking. I met him. I watched his podcast, and I just kind of reached out to him. I just told him I thought his show was great, and then we just struck up a friendship. And we just were talking on the phone, and time just flew by me. We were on the phone for 2 hours just talking. So I looked at the time and I was like, oh my God, I'm so late. And so I'm so sorry that I'm late tonight. I want to have fun with you guys for at least an hour tonight and show you guys some movies that I got. I have a stack of movies here. Go over some stuff that I got sent to review. And I want to answer your guys' questions. But the first things first, while we have 100 people in here, we've got zero sugar mug root beer. I've never tried this. The only downside of this, guys, is there's no caffeine in this. So we're gonna see how this goes. Mug, zero sugar. Let's get the taste test going on this. All right, here we go. Cheers. It's not bad, guys. That is not bad. The only downfall is there's no caffeine in this. I wish there was caffeine in this. I wish there was caffeine, but guys, I gotta say, that is good. Really creamy, rich taste. Wow. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. All right, guys. So, I hope everybody enjoyed the Hellraiser video we dropped today. How's my audio? Can everybody hear me? Am I crystal? Everybody, is my audio good? I was running so behind. I never even checked everything. I'm definitely coming out of my mic and everything sounds good, I'm assuming. Is that true? Root beer doesn't usually have caffeine? Wow. Tried hard Mountain Dew tonight. Spent too much. And not a fan of any flavor, really. No caffeine in it either. Yeah, I need caffeine. I live off of caffeine. I thrive on caffeine. So I do wish that there was some caffeine in this, but at the same time, it is what it is. I agree. It is hit or miss. It is hit or miss. I have tried the Dr. Pepper zero sugar. I think that's good too. If you ask me what's the difference between the zero sugar stuff or just diet soda, I really don't know besides taste. Like to me, a Coke Zero tastes very good. It looks and sounds good, Matt. Thank you. To me, a Coke Zero tastes very different from a Diet Coke. A Diet Coke is kind of like a spikier taste, where Coke Zero kind of tastes like a regular Coke to me, or it tastes closer to a regular Coke than a Diet Coke does. So I actually like Coke Zero. Um, let me see something real here. Let me change the color balance. I'm looking. Oh, now I'm blue. All right, there we go. Crank up my sharpness a little bit. All right, that looks good. That looks good. Caffeine makes me want to talk. Anybody else agree? I mean, yeah. This is usually why I drink caffeinated drinks when I do live shows. All right, so who do we have in here tonight? Before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about new titles that I have. And one of these, I can't wait to show you guys. I'm not going to review it, but I definitely want to talk to you guys about a movie that I revisited. Guys, listen. I revisited a movie 3 nights ago, and it was so effing good that I want people to watch it. But anyway, here we go. Let's see who we have in here. We'll go through the chat. Max P, Mr. Deadlights, Dave Janes, Blood Popcorn, what's up? Clever Ghost, Saturn Video, what's up, Saturn Video? Saturn Video says Coke Zero, then Diet Coke, but Diet Pepsi is better than. You know what? Funnily enough, I wholeheartedly agree. Diet Pepsi is in fact better than Pepsi Zero. I actually wholeheartedly agree with that. I have a huge case of Diet Pepsi in the fridge as we speak. Retro Ryan OG, Ryan Dog. I call him Ryan OG though. Wayne Bennington, what's up, Wayne? Good to see you. Scorpions fan 21, how are you? Nuclear, how are you? Zen, how are you? Matt, how are you? Oh, I know Scorpions fans. I'm just going through the comments, just saying good to see everybody. Max Thunderdome, how are you? Good to see y'all. Please drop a like on the show. Gar, what's up, Gar? Jacob, how are you? It's good to see everybody in here tonight. That's right, Deadhead. It's time for an ice cold when we play at CHH. Yeah, we're doing our mug tonight. All right, guys. So let's get into it. I've got new titles to show you guys, stuff that hasn't come out yet, but it's coming out, and it's my duty to let you know about it. So let's get that cracking. All right, first things first, guys. The Scream Factory stuff I have, and the Shudder stuff. First things first, tonight's going to be a very busy night for me. First thing we're going to talk about is Galaxy of Terror on 4K UHD. This is going to be something I'm reviewing for you guys. I just got this the other day. Now, the reason I got this is because the previous releases of this are not negative remasters or anything of the such. They're just 1080p high resolution. They look okay. One of the big reasons I'm excited about Humanoids from the Deep is because I am very, very interested in seeing that on 4K. So you will be getting a Humanoids from the Deep 4K review from me. But I'm very excited to do Roger Corman 4K. As you guys know me, you know I love Roger Corman, huge fan. I think he's one of the greatest of all time. So you'll be getting a review of Galaxy of Terror on 4K. Now I'm gonna let you guys know if there's any new features right here, right now. No, but there is a 6-part documentary on here that I think was on the Blu-ray as well that includes Sid Haig, Robert Englund, Gracie Zabriskie, and many more. So I'm excited about this. This does have Dolby Vision as well. But here's the kicker, guys. I'm going to tell you guys about this right now. But again, wait for my review before you purchase this. 4K restoration of the Interpositive. Now, what does that mean? The inner positive is not necessarily the negative, but from what I understand, it's very, very close to the negative. That does not mean this is going to look bad. So just bear with me on that one. You'll get that review. Patrons will get it as soon as tonight. Thank you so much, Bronson Wright Wolf, for the $5 super chat. Let me give you a super chat clip. I got to add it because I was running behind. Here we go. $5 you well, Wayne, you said something I'm gonna comment about. What is your favorite Michael J. Fox movie or performance besides Back to the Future movies or Family Ties? I've always liked him as Stuart Little. Great question. I love Doc Hollywood a lot. I think that's a great little 90s film. I love Secret of My Success. I love Greedy, which is a very underrated Michael J. Fox movie. Um, I'm gonna have to go with The Hard Way with him and the great James Woods, where he plays an actor that wants to be a cop in a movie, but he wants to go work with a real cop, and so he goes and pretends to be a cop, or he shadows James Woods in the movie, and it's a fantastic buddy cop movie, if you will. Really good. 1993 or 1994, The Hard Way. I don't know if that got a Blu-ray from Kino. If it did, I need to grab it. Fantastic movie. Probably one of Michael's best of the 90s. So that's my answer is The Hard Way. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Now, this comment, I want to talk about this right now. Wayne says, kind of hate to upgrade Humanoid since I still have the Steelbook. I haven't even cracked open yet. Now, the reason I say, Wayne, is definitely watch that version you have is typically, I'd have to verify this, but typically Scream Factory, when they did those Steelbooks, they were doing 4K remasters. I don't know if it was from the negative or positives, but I know that the 4K scans that they were putting on those steelbooks were improvements over the regular Blu-rays. You may want to hold off and not upgrade. So I would say watch that, see how good it looks, wait for my review, and then find out. So, but that's my thing. But I'll tell you this, Wayne, if I had that steelbook, strong possibility I would not have upgraded. Strong possibility. But I definitely think you should pop that on and check it out, to be sure. This is the guy I was talking to you guys about earlier. This is my buddy Brandon from Talks from the Crypt. We were on the phone. Like I said, great podcast, guys, for everybody here. I want all 122 people here to check out Talks from the Crypt. Guy's so professional. His stuff is out of this world. And we got to know each other a little bit. So me and him were on the phone just talking it up, having a good time. And great guy. I really implore you guys to check him out. Talks from the Crypt. Good to see you, buddy. Glad to see you in here tonight. So, guys, we got Galaxy of Terror. Then the next thing I want to talk to you guys about, coming up next, we're going to be reviewing Ghosts of Mars from John S. Carpenter, John Sally Carpenter. That is his middle name. Cheers, guys. I'm going to have a sip of this mug root beer. God damn, that's good. Guys, I'm going to give that an 8.3. That's an 8.3 out of 10. If it had caffeine, it'd be an 8.9. Okay, so Saturn actually verifies that the 4K. Yeah, they typically are, but I don't know what they do for some movies. Maybe some movies they don't actually have the elements to do that from. But all right, guys. So Ghosts of Mars. I might get a little shit for this. So, Clever Ghost, I would say watch the movie first. I know it's streaming on Shudder. As a matter of fact, you can probably watch it with the Joe Bob Briggs show. I can vouch for the film, but I'd say watch it first. Make sure you enjoy it. And then I would say if you enjoy it, fine. If you get the Blu-ray really cheap and you just want to own the movie, the Blu-ray is fine. They also have the reverse artwork with the the green monster on the cover. But if you enjoy the movie, wait for my review. I always tell people, listen, I'm in a position here where, you know, my YouTube channel kind of the ad revenue and stuff kind of pays for the new releases and stuff. So I feel it's somewhat I make it my duty. It's not my duty, but I make it my duty when these things come out to make sure I get my reviews out of these as fast as possible to let you guys know if I like them or not. But, yeah, Ghosts of Mars. I'm going to be doing that tonight, guys. I'm excited to revisit this. Jason Statham being in this kind of trips me out. So I'm going to be reviewing that. Don't know if there's reversible artwork, but this is going to be a big upgrade from me from DVD to 4K. So you're going to get 2 new Scream Factory reviews, Galaxy of Terror and Ghosts of Mars. Now, guys, let's get into some quirky stuff. This was something I have no idea about. I'm going to leave it to the chat. I will not be reviewing this more or less, but I'm excited to see what people say about this. September 5. This is from Paramount. I have never heard of this. September 5 unveils the decisive moment that forever changed media coverage and continue to impact to lives today. Set during the 1972 Munich Summer Olympics, the film follows the ABC Sports broadcasting team who quickly shifted from sports reporting to live coverage of the Israeli athletes taking hostage. Oh, wow. Never even heard of this. I'm going to have to check that out. I will watch it, and I will do a short on it. Thank you so much, Bronson Wright, with another $5 super chat. And he says, Doc Hollywood was the film Michael J. Fox was filming when he got diagnosed with Parkinson's. That's right. I read his book. Doc Hollywood and Disney Pixar's film Cars are pretty much the same. It's interesting when you put it that way. Yeah, that's true. Thank you so much, Bronson Wright, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate that. God bless you, man. I appreciate that. All right, guys. So next up, top 5 horror of 2024 for me last year. Absolutely love this movie. Big fan of this movie. From Shudder, in partnership with, I guess Shudder's putting these movies out themselves. We've got VHS Beyond. Look at that Blu-ray. Look at that. This is top 3 VHS movies. It's VHS 2 at number 1. Then I would go VHS Beyond at number 2, honestly. And then I would do VHS 94 at number 3. Then I would go VHS. Then I would go VHS 99. Excuse me. 99. Then the original VHS. Then VHS 99. No, then VHS. And then I'm fucking this all up. This is the second best one. I thought VHS Beyond was a brilliant way to go with the alien stuff. Fantastic. This is on Shudder if you guys want to just check it out instead of buying it right away. Listen, I want to talk about something because this gets brought up every now and again. The skydiving was my favorite one, Matt. Great. Actually, Matt, I take that back. The opening one was my favorite one because it kind of had a Demons feel more so than an Aliens feel, like the 85 movie Demons. It kind of had that Bava feel. I liked it. But here's what I'll say about this, guys. People will say, should I buy that? Should I buy that? I think there's this thing about VHS, not VHS, about buying horror movies, or should I get this, Christian? My answer, and some people get taken aback by this, is go stream it. Go see if you like it. Don't just buy the movie to put on the shelf, and then if you don't like it, it's like, oh. Now, have I done that before? Of course. Do I regret doing that sometimes? Of course. Streaming is not, I don't believe that streaming is the enemy of physical media. People that stream are going to stream. People that buy movies are going to buy movies. Now, if you're somebody that buys movies, watching the movie before buying it sometimes is important. You don't even, and here's the case. Let me tell you guys about an example I've had. One time I was kind of out and about and I was like, I wonder if this movie, Single White Female, is good. I went on Amazon. I saw the Blu-ray was $19.99. That's a fair price, right? It's not cheap. It's a fair price. I saw it was streaming on like Amazon Prime. I watched about 15, 20 minutes of it. I was like, oh, I'm liking this a lot. So I stopped and then I bought the movie. I felt really good about doing that. I'm not saying you have to even do it that way, but my point is this. Streaming, I don't think, is the real enemy of physical media. It is in a grand sense, but not for the people that are already buying movies. People that are buying movies are buying movies. My thing is doing doing the due diligence of seeing if you like the movie before buying it is your job as a consumer, or do some research. That's all I'm getting at. Thank you for the $2 super chat, Big Rod. Big Rod says, "Thank you for the knowledge on the Rad Steelbook." Oh, did you get the you got the which Rad Steelbook did you get? The one from yeah, because Vinegar Syndrome put out Rad, and then um who put it out after that? Mill Creek. I'm hoping that's when you got, Big Rod. Enjoy it, dude. Enjoy it. Yeah, it's my pleasure. I'm hoping that Vinegar Syndrome picks up some of the VHS films, especially number 2. They may. You never know. I don't know. I think Magnet had the license to those, JG, but that could expire, and then Vinegar Syndrome could do something else with it. Look at that. Retro Ryan has to go in IMDb scores before purchase. That's a great example, too. And that's another way. All I'm saying is, watching reviews is one thing. I want you guys to watch my review, especially because I am going to go out of my way to let you guys know if I like the movie above anything else. So I'll tell you guys right now, when I review these 2 movies right here, 85% of it is going to be about the movie. I don't think that's done enough. That's why I look up to guys like Pizzile that make sure when he reviews something, it's movie first. I was inspired by him, and I carry that torch with him to talk about the movie instead of just the specs and stuff. There are people that do that way better than me and will always do that better than me. But at the end of the day, I want you guys to know, well, you know what? Yeah, I think I have a Blu-ray of that, but I never watched it. So I wonder if the movie's good. That's where I come in. Are there deleted scenes on the Trick or Treat 4K? Thank you for the $5 super chat, Bronson. If so, is there a scene where Eddie dreams about being a barbarian out there? Also, there any others? Bronson, I'm going to be honest with you. Off memory, I do not remember. But if you go to my channel, look up my review, I go over everything about that release. So whenever we get done with this show, please go to my videos and look up my Arrow Video Trick or Treat 4K review, and you will have that question answered. I go over all of that. Thank you so much, Bronson. I appreciate it, my dude. Yeah, Ben. So Shudder is a partner label, and I did a review on their Street Trash Blu-ray, which I thought was a decent movie. Not great, decent, but I thought the release was fantastic. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out too. But I'm excited, Ben, for what Vinegar Syndrome can do with Shudder. I think it's a match made in heaven, quite frankly, because Shudder is also a place where you know, the weird and cool can thrive. So I think I really do think it's a match made in heaven. But apparently so is Arrow. But Ben, I'm not sure if Arrow um has a American Shutter deal or a UK Shutter deal. Meaning, I don't know if their movie is going to be coming out in America or the UK. That I don't know. Screambox. You're right. What am I saying? That was Screambox, not Shutter. So never mind what I said. Never mind about what I said. But my point is, it is exciting that Shutter, because I do have a Shutter documentary from them. I have the documentary about found footage movies from them. People always diss reviews, Rotten Tomatoes, and IMDb, but I don't think these people get that they can use them as general guidelines or necessarily be all end alls. I love it. I love it. All right, guys, so check it out. Yes, Falling Down is on my watch list. We've got Kino Lorber titles, but before that, I want to show you guys something I picked up that me and my dad are going to watch together soon. Y'all ready? Season 1 DVD video. It's no act. Season 1, Steven Seagal's Lawman. I can't fucking wait to watch Lawman with my dad. I'm going to go over. We're going to cook some steaks. We're going to watch Seagal on the streets, patrolling the streets, taking care of Louisiana, where I'm from, protecting my town. Steven Seagal's Lawman. Now, the reason I'm happy to talk about Seagal with you guys for just a minute, I will make a fan out of somebody in this show tonight. I revisited a Steven Seagal movie 3 nights ago, and I was shocked how fucking good it is. Are y'all ready for the movie? Excuse me. All right. Listen. Lawman, the show. I think there's a couple more seasons, but I don't know if they're out on DVD. I know that there was a bulletproof case that they made for that. The best Steven Seagal movie of all time, I used to say, was Under Siege. The best Steven Seagal movie I've ever seen is the movie Marked for Death. Fucking amazing. Now, let me tell you guys why Marked for Death was so good. I got to give Seagal credit on one thing. Seagal in that movie doesn't just kill his victims or take them out. He downright tortures them in Marked for Death. There's a scene in like a big mall where he's fighting off these guys, and instead of just killing them, Seagal snaps their wrists, breaks their arms, and like cripples them and keeps them alive, but they're so battered where they can't even really walk or move. It's painful. Marked for Death, I have to say, I have been critical of Seagal. I have made fun of Seagal, but I cannot say a bad word about Marked for Death. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible movie. So if you guys have not seen 1990s Marked for Death, watch it. It is fucking amazing. It's so funny because my audience, we like to talk about horror a lot. Christian, what's your favorite scene from this movie? What's your favorite kill scene from this or this? My favorite scenes are Steven Seagal literally bringing people this close to death, torturing them, snapping their wrists, making their bones come out, and then leaving them alive. That's worse than anything. So, yeah, guys, Lawman, gonna watch it with my dad. And we're gonna watch Marked for Death. Let's do some questions, and then we got more titles, guys. We're gonna go over the new Kino Lorber titles. I'm so excited about this. Suede Persuade. What are your thoughts on Amityville Horror 2 with Burt Young? Better than the first. I think it's the best. I love the original Amityville, so no disrespect. I think Amityville 2 is the best Amityville movie. It's fantastic. I love 3D. Not as much. I love Dollhouse. So yeah, absolutely love Amityville 2. Wayne, you absolutely nailed it on the head. As long as he doesn't run, he's a believable badass. And you know what? He was like, when he really started doing those movies and got popular in the late 80s, he was already in his late 30s. That's fucking cool. He was 38 when he did Marked for Death. 38. He was 40 when he did Under Siege. 40. So CHH, nobody talks about my favorite horror movie, 2001 Maniacs with Robert Englund. You and Kenny never brought up. Well, typically I need a reason to bring it up. I need to find a way to circle it into something. Like if I do something where like I talk about early 2000s horror movies I want you to own on DVD or something, I can do that. Or I don't remember exactly when that movie came out, 2001 Maniacs. I feel like it was like it was like 2003 or something. I can't remember. But noted, I like that movie. I checked it out after I watched the Robert Englund doc that he did Hollywood Dreams and Nightmares. So I'll definitely check it out. Um, that's a shame. We need Mark for Death on Blu-ray back. We need Kino Lorber to get Kino Seagal month and just drop all his stuff. Well, Tony, the thing is, it's like I grew up watching those movies, then I stopped. I became a Jean-Claude guy, right? And so I never watched a lot of Seagal over the last 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, probably longer than I'd like to admit. So I was trying to think of posters to kind of swap out in this room. And I was like, I want to really kind of kick up the action stuff. I've got Stallone on the wall. I've got Van Damme on the wall right there. I need to get something with Seagal up on the wall. So I was asking my dad, Seagal on the wall. I was asking my dad, which poster should I get? And my dad is a big Seagal fan. And he goes, son, you need to watch Mark for Death. I took you mom to the theater to see that right after you were born. It was one of our first movies we got to go. No, my brother, not me, my brother. I took me and your mom went to go see that right after your brother was born. It was one of the first movies we went to the theater to see after he was born. And so I was like, okay, cool. And I watched it and I thought it was amazing. So I haven't seen it since probably 1998. So it just blew me away. Gravy with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. I'll give you your clip right after this. CHH, thank you for all you do. Your videos have helped me get through the lowest points in my life recently. Your recent Unita episode with Nick really spoke to me. Can't wait to see what 100K. Gravy, listen, dude. First of all, thank you for the $9.99. It goes right back into the channel. All the donations here do. I don't know if you guys realize how much you guys have been there for me. Because I don't mind getting personal on my channel. I don't mind expressing things to you guys, but there's a point, there's a limit, right? There are things that I battle that I keep private. And the reason I try to work as hard as I do on YouTube is because you guys give it right back to me. The amount that I put in, you guys give it back to me with your comments and reaching out to me and telling me you guys appreciate this video or that video. And it's really blessed me. It's really changed my life. So the feeling is mutual, Gravy, quite frankly. Thank you. I mean, that hits me in the feels. Thank you so much. So if you ever need anything, Gravy, you hit me up, dude. But I hope this channel continues to be a place where you can come and not have to worry about drama or not have to worry about issues, but you can come here and have a good time and forget about your problems for an hour and a half, or 10, 15 minutes, however long the video is. So God bless you, dude. I really thank you for telling me that. That means a lot to me. I heard speculations about Hellraiser 2022 coming to 4. I heard speculations about that, but nothing concrete unless you know something I don't know. And Quentin loves horror and trains for the $4.99. Thank you. Hopefully they make another Halloween Blu-ray box set so they include the Halloween 2018 kills and Halloween ends. You know what, Quentin? You never say never. It's one of those things. That's a whole nother license now, but not necessarily because that's Universal again. So it could happen, but not Blu-ray. I think the days of big Blu-ray box sets are kind of gone. Not in a grand sense, but every now and again. So never say never, But thank you so much, Quentin. I appreciate that. Let's see. We do need Rob Zombies on 4K. Guys, I'm gonna keep the comments going, but we gotta go through the Kino stuff. We got new Kino titles. Are you guys not excited? Drop a like for Kino. I'm excited to talk to you guys about these Kino titles. I really am. Aaron says, would a 4K of Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon, packed with legacy and new special features, be awesome? 4K on that would be interesting, Aaron, because I don't really know what kind of materials. I don't know what kind of cameras were used on that. Now, do I think a really big channel? I mean, a really big release with new stuff would be on it. That would be cool. Yeah. You know what I really want, Aaron? I'd like Yeah, I would like that. I don't know if 4K would be the way to go, though. I just don't know. If it depends on whatever materials they use to film it. If they did use stuff that would make it look good, cool. But I'm gonna tell you something, Aaron. I did a video on this, and I was very honest. I kind of find 4K found footage to be a little pointless because if it looks too good, you're more focused on how good the picture quality is as to being getting lost in the nature of what found footage is supposed to be. So honestly, I think Blu-ray is the perfect medium for found footage. If I'm being dead ass about it, if I'm being dead ass, I go check out the video I did. I thought I made a compelling argument that 4K is kind of an oxymoron to found footage because if you make it look so pristine and nice, it's like, well, what the hell kind of camera is this? Like, why does this look so good? So I have a kind of a pushback on that. But if a new release with better release stuff in it, yeah, I'd be all about it. Let me get through the super chats. We have a few more. Duncan, what's up, Duncan? Thank you so much, Duncan. What are your thoughts on Shout Factory releasing Time Cop on 4K? No special feature at all. Does it? Well, Duncan, let me ask you this. First of all, thank you for the $5. The question is, have they announced no new features or have they not announced them yet? Because usually they will add stuff as they go along. Um, I have two thoughts on that, Duncan. My first thought is I'm so happy to see Time Cop on 4K. Number one, I really am. Number two is I would have preferred it have been Kino. I'm going to tell you why. Because Kino, whether they would have had special features or not, Duncan, they definitely would have been able to get it out to people cheaper. And I'll tell you why. When Kino has their sales, they're undeniable. And I'm not just saying that because they sent me this stuff to review. Because, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. If I watch Graveyard Shift and it looks good, but there's not much on here, I'm going to tell you to stick with the Scream Factory Blu-ray. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to tell you to stick with the Blu-ray. But my point is there was a chance to get it very cheap. There's a chance for the audience to get it cheaper if it's from Kino with no new features. Me personally, I just am excited to see it on 4K above anything else. I'm a huge fan, so that's that for me. But the people that want more from that, I get it. Typically, I do want more, but this is a title I'm just excited to get. I'm not even going to bullshit you. I'm not going to bullshit you. I would have preferred it been Kino, though. I will be honest about that. Thank you guys so much. I'm seeing Shane, Katrina. Thank you guys so much. Nuclear says I didn't give them the videos. Let me give you. This is for everybody out there, for all the super chats for the last 3. Here we go. Sorry, I forgot. Totally forgot. Thank you, Nuclear. I totally forgot. I can't remember my first video of yours, but I love all your Nightmare on Elm Street content, especially your rare finds. Thank you so much, Suede. Appreciate that. And Michael Pietrowski with a $5 super chat. However you say it. I'm sorry, I mispronounced it. Thank you so much. Does Steven Seagal have the 5 best movie run of any actor with Above Law, Hard to Kill, Mark for Death, Out for Justice, Under Siege? You know, Michael, you have a very good argument there. I would say it's close with Bloodsport, Kickboxer, Cyborg, Death Warrant, and then Lionheart or Double Impact, one of those two. You could argue that Van Damme could have him beat, but I will say this. I think the average person, if you showed 20 people, Bloodsport and Under Siege, then I'd say 15 would prefer Under Siege. It's much more Americana. It's much more bread and butter. You've got your Tommy Lee Jones in there. You could be right, Michael. You could be right. Thank you so much, man. Give you your clip. All right, guys, let's see. All right, we're getting ready to show off the Kino stuff. We got one more super chat to catch up with. Mr. Deadlights, thank you so much. Any more you need a podcast shirts designs coming? I don't know. I mean, so to kind of like let you guys know how this all works, I could if Nick wants me to help him design something, I'd be more than happy to. So when we move the show when we moved the show to his channel, because when we did that, it basically, I mean, I'm still part of the show, of course, but it's like I feel the way it is he's more in charge of that. I think he created some designs last year and stuff like that. But if you have an idea or something, or if there's something you'd like to see, I can get with him and help him create something. So the answer is not yes or no. It's kind of like, yeah, we can work on more stuff for sure. But I'll get with him about that. Thank you so much for the $2. Appreciate that, Steve the Seagal. Give me Bloodsport, Criterion Bloodsport, Kumite Kumite. Well, see, we're clearly a refined audience here. We're a Bloodsport audience. By the way, before we show up the key, last thing, did you guys see my Ghostbuster sign? Finally came in. My Ghostbuster sign. You guys see that? How's it look? You guys like it? I mean, that's 3 AA battery powered too. Look how bright that is. 3 AA's. I mean, that's impressive. 3 AA batteries. I also put the low profile mic arm in here. That way I'm not blocking my background. So I was trying to revamp everything, make it better in here for you guys. See, this is what I'm talking about. Bloodsport has nothing to match Erica popping out of the cake. Amazing moment. Yeah, Jane, I will not be picking up the Charles Band new Monsters and Ghouls box set, which is saran wrap around a bunch of overstock DVDs with a card stock on the front. We'll not be picking that up. But if you guys don't own those movies, it's actually a good price for that. All right, a couple more questions. I'm going to show up the keynote titles because I keep procrastinating. Do I have any more information about when the 1990 uncut 4K is coming out? Robert, I don't. I will tell you this. I think it's to come out sometime this fall, because there's no reason for Night of the Living Dead to come out anytime in the immediate future. I think they're probably still remastering it at this time and probably getting it prepped. These releases come out, they have to be planned months in advance. We do know it's coming out this year, per Tom Savini. Very well could be subject to change, but I think that it will come out this fall from Sony. Sony's going to be putting it out on 4K. So we could be getting a really nice steelbook at that. So just stick with us on that. We'll find out more soon, but be excited because, it's exciting. Not only is Savini, Felsher has talked about it. I've seen Michael Felsher talk about it. So it's not like it's really a secret. They haven't officially announced it yet. Sony has not officially announced it yet. But I would say that this Halloween is going to be a very interesting one, physical media wise, Robert. All right, we'll do one more question. We'll do the keynote titles. How long did it take? I ordered that sign back in April or May of 20. It might have been summer. It might have been summer 2024. Summer 2024. I am seeing The Monkey next week when it comes out. All right, guys. Kino Lorber, first title, Graveyard Shift. Now, this is a 4K scan of the negative. The negative. I will also give credit for the artwork. I will give credit there. Features. I'm going to tell you guys now. Audio commentary by film historians Howard Berger and Mark Edward Hugh. Interview with the director. Interview with Stephen Mock. Interview with actress Kelly Wolf. Interview with actor Robert Allen Booth, and theatrical trailers. I feel like these are their own features. I have to go look at my Scream Factory one. I will do a comparison and let you know. Here's what I'll say, guys. This is a fantastic movie. I think it's really good. It's one of those great popcorn Stephen King movies. This is not necessarily a main event kind of Stephen King movie the way like, It is or The Shining, but this is a really fun movie. Now, if these are their own features, new features, and this looks great, I'll tell you guys, get it when it's on sale. If it looks good, but these are legacy features and nothing new. Because I remember there were some good features on the Scream Factory one. There were some good ones that I don't see on here. So if it's not that much of a difference, I will tell you guys to stick with Scream Factory. Stick with me. I will review this for you guys. You will get the definitive answer on that. But I will say this is a great movie. Next up, guys, I am very excited about this 4K release. This is a DVD upgrade for me. John Candy and Uncle Buck, 4K UHD. From the camera negative, I am over the moon excited about this. Uncle Buck, John Candy, rest in peace. Absolute legend. Macaulay Culkin in here. John Hughes film, by the way. Written and directed, 1989. Great year. Great year. Wow. Absolutely fantastic. Uncle Buck, I'm excited about this. Audio commentary with film historian Alexandra Heller Nicholas and Josh Nelson. Audio commentary by film historian Joe Romani. 16 going on 17. Interview with actress Jean Louisa Kelly in theatrical trailers. This is a classic. I think everybody loves John Candy. God almighty. Rest in peace. It's just sad. I would trade 6 celebrities to bring John Candy back. 6. I'd trade 6 people. It's a shame he's not with us anymore. Absolute shame. So I'm excited about that, guys. You'll get a review on Uncle Buck. You're going to get a double review on this because there's another Blu-ray, not a 4K, a Blu-ray I got. I've never seen this. John Candy in Summer Rental. When did this come out? 1985. 4K scan of a negative, but it's not a 4K. It's a Blu-ray. I've never seen this, guys. God, I've never seen this. Directed by Carl Reiner. Paramount Pictures. 1985. So you'll get a double review. You'll get a review, John Candy from Kino Lorber special, Summer Rental, and Uncle Buck. Let me know if you guys enjoy Summer Rental, man. It looks like a fun movie. I mean, what's not to like about it? Nothing, right? I'm sure it's great. But it's not a 4K. This is a Blu-ray, 4K scan Blu-ray, which is nothing wrong with that either. And I think Kino, what they do so well is they make Blu-rays available of their titles, of the scans as well. So you can get Uncle Buck as a Blu-ray with the 4K scan if you're not a 4K person. Nothing wrong with that. This is a 4K scan of Summer Rental Blu-ray. Do they offer it as a 4K? I don't know. But there's that. We have one more title to go over, then the rest of the show is y'all's. Klaus Kinski, the great Klaus Kinski, David Schmaler directed, who also did Puppet Master. Y'all ready for this? Boy, this is going to be something else. Blu-ray, not a 4K. A Empire Picture Crawl Space. Coming soon from Kino Lorber. Why am I excited about this? No, 2 reasons. I don't own Crawl Space. Number 1, I don't own it at all. Number 1, out of print from Scream Factory. Scream Factory had Crawl Space for a certain period of time. And I'll tell you why else I'm excited about this. It is a Charles Band production, obviously, Empire Pictures, starring Klaus Kinski. What is not to love about this? So I will be reviewing this for you guys as well, but I'm going to tell you this right now. What's not to love about Charles Band, Klaus Kinski, Empire, and a David Schmaler film? So really 4 things. I think David Schmaler is one of the more underrated genre directors out there. He's not a name that gets brought up, but if you look at his titles, a lot of you guys, including me, would be actually a little bit surprised of the stuff he's done. So, yeah, out of print, back in print, Kino Lorber put out Crawl Space, Klaus Kinski, guys. So that's going to be the last thing. Those are the titles. But the biggest title of all of these, without a shadow of a doubt, being Steven Seagal's Season 1 of Lawman. So, all right, guys, the rest of the show is y'all's. I'm going to hang out for another 20 minutes. This is y'all's show. Let's go. What do y'all want to talk about? What do y'all want to ask? I'm also going to crank open another mug root beer if y'all don't mind. Let me go ahead and grab that. I think some of y'all are sleeping on this now. Now I'm a connoisseur of it. Very, very good. Kino's Hot Pursuit. Let me look up that. Let me look that up, Wayne. Hot Pursuit, Kino Lorber. I want to show you guys something too. So Klaus was a psychopath, Jim. He wasn't a jerk. He was a psychopath. let's get that straight. He was a nut job. So, just not movie related, but I want to talk to you guys about this. Saturn, I want you to clip this and send it to Brandon. I'm gonna answer your question. You know, I like a lot of you guys. I've got an iPhone out there. It's not really phone related, and I went to go get a case when I got my phone a couple weeks ago. About a month ago, I got a new phone upgrade, and I went to the store. I'm like, God, these phone cases are so goddamn expensive. I got an OtterBox because I needed something really good. Well, I dropped my OtterBox, which cost me like $40. Get ready for this, guys. The case internal shell cracked, dropping from my hip down. And you know those little protective screens you stick over your phones now that everybody puts on? So that cracked too. I was like, what the hell? So I was like, I got to go online and get a new phone case. I need something super duty. Don't buy any phone case at the store, guys. They're all a ripoff. I got this thing. Look at this. Look at this phone case. This thing is 50-foot proof drop, waterproof case. Look at the seal. You can't even see where it starts and ends. Look at the seal. MagSafe as well. $25 on Amazon. 5-star rated product. Waterproof. Completely closed off. Airtight, waterproof case. $25. Don't buy phone cases on the store. They're a ripoff. That OtterBox stuff, it's crap. It's overpriced crap. It really, I mean, it just is. It's crap. So let's see. Evil Dead Burn. What the hell is that? I have no idea what that is. I was skeptical about the artwork on the Drag Me to Hell steelbook, but then it grew on me, so I picked it up today from Walmart. Love it. Also picked up the Dracula 3-pack DVD. I thought the artwork was fantastic on the Drag Me to Hell. I picked it up too. I never got around to reviewing that or Motel Hell, but I got it. So, all right, Saturn Video. Let's get into it. Brandon is a rat bastard who has. Here's Brandon's problem. He's a Nintendo only allegiance kind of guy. So Nintendo, we can go through the facts of this. Anybody who honestly wants to say that the Aladdin and Super Nintendo version is better than the Sega Genesis, when this has been proven worldwide, it's not. It's beyond a question. No, I'm not going to actually try it, Ben Grimm. I'm not going to, even though I can. It's beyond a question of which what am I trying to say? Which game is better? Unanimous across the globe, people say that the Genesis game is better. It's not a back and forth. It's not like, well, which Battletoads game is first Double Dragon is better, Super Nintendo or Nintendo. It's not a question of that. Unanimously across the board, the Aladdin game for Genesis is way higher rated. Everybody prefers that. Even people that don't have allegiance to Sega admit it. So right there, it's indicative of his bias. Number two, the reason Bloodlines is better than Castlevania 4 is because the game clearly has a more energetic soundtrack. It's got a better soundtrack, quite frankly. I will say this, the atmosphere on 4 is better. The controls are even better. But I think that the variety and the gameplay and the intensity on Bloodlines is much more fair. And overall, it's a better game experience. So that's why Bloodlines is better. All right, what are you guys talking about with Elm Street? I see everybody talking about Elm Street. Hey, CHH, did you see the UK 4K collection artwork? It might be the collection artwork for the steelbooks. Let me see if I got any DMs on Instagram of people sending it to me. Where is it leaking? Where did you guys see it leak at? Anybody got a way for me to where are you guys seeing this? I need to know where y'all you can't just ask me if I've seen it. You guys have to tell me where you've seen it. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, Mr. Deadlights. You getting the monkey popcorn bucket? I actually have a contact of somebody that lives near works at an AMC. They work there, and I told him the second he sees it, get it for me so I can buy it. Yeah, I want it so bad. I want that monkey. What do you mean possible? Like somebody tell me where you're seeing the leak. Somebody. Where are you seeing the leak? I need to know. Y'all keep saying possibly. Where? Somebody tell me where. Where's it at? Somebody's y'all are trolling me. Big Crack Rock actually says it perfectly. Mortal Kombat is the litmus test. If you say it plays better on SNES, I know you're a fanboy. I totally agree. Now, Big Crack Rock, to be fair, you are saying that when you're playing on Genesis, you've got the 6-button controller as well, right? I love Hereditary. Huge fan. Masterful movie. Masterful movie. Y'all are trolling the shit out of me. And everybody keeps asking me if I've seen it, but nobody's saying where they saw it. You guys are fucking with me. Everybody is fucking with me. Where? Where are you guys seeing it? Where? Somebody actually say where they fucking seen it. Tell me, Don. Tell me, please. Where? Where are the leaks? I'll pull it up for the world to see. I'll pull it up for all 100 and plus people here. By the way, guys, drop a like on the show if you haven't yet. We're at 130 people at the moment. You guys are killing me. You guys are fucking with me. I saw them on the internet. Okay. Yeah, you guys are fucking with me. Okay. Bastards. All right, let's see. Let's get back to questions. Christian, do you think, and by the way, thanks for the previous super chat. Let me give him a clip. Christian, do you, sorry, let's try this again. Christian, do you think you will love and collect physical media for many more years into the 2030s decade? I don't know. I don't know what my life will look like at that point. So I couldn't really answer that, to be honest with you. I'm more concerned about what I got to do tomorrow. That's what I think about, you know? Are you buying the Night of the Creeps figure? I did. I did order the Night of the Creeps. The reason is because I have the previous Tom Atkins figures that they did. They did a Night of the Creeps when they did the Blu-ray. And this one is the coconut one, and I have the Halloween 3 Tom Atkins. So I need to finish off the Tom Atkins. I didn't necessarily want to, but I was like, well, I can't not have 2 and not the third one. So, and I am excited about Night of the Creeps on 4K. It's not necessarily a movie that needs an upgrade. I think the Blu-ray was great, but you know, it is what it is. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I review it, I'll say, listen, the Blu-ray is great. There's really not a whole lot of need to, if that's the case. Now, if I think it looks fantastic, I'll say that too, you know, but it is what it is. It just is what it is. Turbine me. Okay, Turbine. Thank you. That's the German one. Tony O, literally just tell me where you saw it or DM me on Instagram, Planet CHH, and I'll pull it up for the world. I'll pull it up for everybody to see. And I'll tell you if I think it's real or not, because I'm gonna tell you guys something that really blew my mind. About 3 or 4 years ago, There was a leak of the Nightmare on Elm Street Blu-ray box set that Scream Factory was putting out. It was a leak image, and the box set, the box artwork was 80% Freddy's dead on the box art, and I was like, "There's no way," because people would say, "Are you Christian? You did you see that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." If anybody can look at a box art for a Nightmare on Elm Street, that Scream Factory is doing, and 80% of the artwork is Freddy's dead, you have to be a moron to think it's real. Freddy's dead? That's the art that they're gonna put on there? Is that you, Tony? Let's see. It's from Blu-ray.com. I'm not seeing any images of what the steelbook or whatever is gonna look like on here. Is it just gonna be the there's no pictures. There's nothing here to show anybody. Yeah, guys, I don't know. There's no leaks. I don't think there's any leaks. There's nothing here to see. Sorry, guys. Duncan with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Duncan. Are you a fan of Trivium? Dude, I heard about Trivium on Ozfest '05, and then I got the album Ascendancy. Was that it? Uh, Gunshot to the Head of Trepidation. Uh, Dying in Your Arms. I was a huge fan of that record. I like Trivium. I like Trivium a lot. The artwork hasn't been shown yet. I thought that's what this whole thing was. I thought that's what this whole thing was about. Because I've got info that I talked to people on the inside about. That's already that I've already said. And I've asked about artwork. As a matter of fact, I asked about artwork this morning and I got don't know. Have no idea. Have no idea about that. Now, it wasn't really good news that I got. The news that I got was don't be don't be expecting a whole lot of new features. They do not want to pay to relicense stuff to put back on there besides anything more than like the Nightmare Encyclopedia DVD, which came out in the 99 box set. That's what I was told this morning. That's what I was told this morning. Don't be expecting new stuff. Don't be expecting new commentaries. Don't be expecting a lot of new features. Legacy features would be the thing to expect. I hope okay. So what it was a picture of the artwork is the 1990 the late 90s early 2000s DVDs with a red border around the covers, which nobody likes those. So it's not even nothing worth even. I appreciate that, Tony. Thank you so much. But I'm saying it's nothing to even get worked up about or be excited about if that is what it is. Yes, I'd love Trivium though. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Do I think Scream 7 will be mind-blowing and live up to the first two films? Of course it's not going to live up to the first two films. How on earth could it? You can't compete with 20 plus years of legacy. You can't do it. You can't make a movie as good as something that's had nearly 30 years to breathe. Can't do it. It's impossible. It may be all right, but bizarre there's so much bizarre nature with this movie that I have no idea what the fuck they're doing, to be honest with you. Announcing all these people now when the movie hasn't even started filming yet, it's just lunacy in my opinion. Well, the thing is, Ben, there are some legendary promotional stuff for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5 that you can find online. I mean, some legendary stuff for Dream Child. There's these funny, like, business meetings where they're talking about the displays and the VHS covers and stuff like that, and some really great stuff with, Robert with the baby carriage, like, cutting promos essentially to the camera. Legendary stuff that you can find. Now, I had a friend, my buddy Kyle, got me that uncut Laserdisc upscale of Part 5 on Blu-ray, and on the Blu-ray special features of that release, all of that stuff is included on there. So, it would be nice, but unfortunately, they're not gonna for some reason, they don't wanna put in the time, money, or effort to put that stuff in. They see no value in it. You gotta understand, Ben, we see value in it. The companies see no value in it. Why they don't see any value in it, it's a great question. I don't know the answer to the question, but that's just how it seems to work. Now, Ben, here's the difference. 25 years ago, when DVD was trying to become a foothold in the way people got movies, you bet your ass they cared. That's why the Nightmare box set is as good as it is, with that encyclopedia DVD with all those extra. That's why all that stuff was as good as it was, because it mattered then. Let's have a harsh reality look at this. This is a major studio putting out a physical media release in 2025. They're not concerned about that anymore. Why would they be? I hate to agree with them. Why would they be, though? I get it. As a fan, I disagree with it, but looking at it from an outside, trying to look at it from an outside perspective, or outside of a fandom perspective, why would they care to add all that stuff? It means nothing to them. Just remaster the damn movies and put a shiny box on it and send it out. That's the way it works now. At best. With major labels, Ben, at best. From what I've been told, you'll be happy about that. From what I've been told. I would agree with that. I love Seal. I love that Super Bowl Seal commercial where they put Seal's head on a seal. That shit was funny. I got a feeling Scream 7 will be better than 5 and 6. We'll see. You know what the funny thing is? I don't really have much desires to ever revisit the Scream movies, like 5 or 6. I might have watched them once each when I got them on 4K or Blu-ray or whatever. But other than that, I haven't really had. I never really have much desire to rewatch Scream movies. It'll come to me once every couple years where I'll have the desire, but like on a routine basis, no. Just one of those things. Freddy hosting Headbangers Ball is a good watch. Was that around the time where he did part 4? When Vinny Vincent and all them? Of course it is. I tell people all the time, watch it uncut. Your opinion will change a little bit in the more positive direction, without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. You know what's funny about that, Matt? Here's the funny thing. Maybe at the end of Scream 7, we'll find out that everything has been in Randy's mind right before he dies in the van of part 2. You know what the funny... I'm going to be honest with you. If they did that, Matt, do you want to know how fucking irate Scream fans would be today? Young and old. You think Halloween Ends was controversial? If they did that, it would be... all hell would break loose. Literally. Thank you so much, Mr. Deadlights, for the $2 super chat. Do you like Breaking Benjamin? Dude, yeah. I've seen him live a couple times. I saw them on the Phobia tour, twice on the Phobia tour. That's when I saw them. 2007, 2009, I saw them right before they dropped Dear Agony. Um, yeah, huge fan. Great, great band. Dear Agony is a good record, but it was way too depressing for my taste. I really thought We Are Not Alone and Phobia is a great record. It's one of the best records of my lifetime, I think. Um, yeah, just fantastic. Fantastic band. I really like the new song. Um, I forget the name of it. Stay wherever I'm. Great song. But yeah, huge fan. Thank you so much. What is the ultimate gore film in your opinion? Probably Dead Alive, aka Brain Dead for everybody else except us. Um, I mean, yeah, probably not for a while. It's funny because a lot of people were asking me about, "Hey, Christian, did you see what's her face is supposed to be attacked?" The girl who played Velma from Scooby Doo is supposed to be playing Mrs. Voorhees. Cool. You know, I'm not gonna make a video about that. People were asking me to make a video about that, but I mean, she's a good actress, and if she's gonna be involved in it, cool. That's all I can say. I mean, what am I gonna do? Go through her filmography? I don't feel like doing that. But I'm excited about that. I guess we'll see if it happens. I have a bad feeling that the Crystal Lake show will not happen. It's so funny. When we heard about this, I feel like we should have seen. I feel like we should have seen at least an episode by now. They haven't even started filming a damn thing. I'll be 40 before they make a damn episode. I did too, but my point is, you know, you get what I'm saying. It would be controversial to say the least. Thank you so much, Scarecrows of the Night, with a $2.22 super chat. Favorite scene from Return of the Living Dead 3? That's a great question. Probably the ballistics technician scene when they have the old guy on the gurney. Or not the gurney, when they have him on that, you know, they scarecrow him up and they put they put the drugs in him and he comes back to life. He was actually homeless. The actor was homeless. He was a homeless guy in the scene. Where they killed the ballistics. He wakes up and kills the ballistics technicians. I thought that was a great zombie scene. I have a lot of love for part 3, and I get a little offended when I hear people talk about, oh, the reason they like part 3, the only good thing about it is Melinda. I disagree. I actually think part 3 has a great sense of humor. I think it's got some really charming set pieces, with a small budget, mind you. Scarecrows of the Night, small budget. Um, I think there's some really entertaining scenes in there. I think the gas station stuff is funny, and I think the end with the Riverman is just, you can't get much more 90s than that. I think part 3 has a lot to offer, including the gorgeous, sexy, beautiful Melinda Clarke, she's a great actress above anything. So, yeah, I'm a big fan of part 3. I do get a little, I shouldn't say offended. I'm not taking it personally, but I think there's a lot more to that movie than just that. I think it's a great film. Thank you for bringing up part 3. I appreciate that. I always like when people bring up Return of the Living Dead sequels. Yeah, who the hell wants a Nightbreed television show? I mean, for God's sakes, nobody's asking for a night. I love Nightbreed. The movie's fine. Nobody needs a television show. I take a Dr. Decker show though. So Tony, good question. I ordered not the mega bundle, not the one with the bobblehead. There was a tier below that where you could get the release itself in the collector's case and everything. I ordered that. So I will be reviewing Reanimator in 4K. I did say that, yes, probably Arrow will do their version. And you know what? That's fine. But I had a lot of people saying, Christian, give Ignite Films a shot. They're very good at what they do. And so I did. And then when I ordered that, a lot of people were like, what are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. I thought you could learn from the chainsaw. I was like, why is this the same thing as that plastic chainsaw from Dark Sky Films? I don't get it. I don't see the correlation here. So I'm personally excited for the I'm personally excited for that. So let's see, I'm gonna sip of this old mug, guys. I really do like this stuff, guys. By the way, 139 people in here. I'll go for a few more minutes, hang out with you guys, answer your questions. Please drop a like on the show tonight. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me on such short notice tonight. So I will go a few more minutes. As soon as the comments start flowing in, I think sometimes it takes a while. Yes, pretty much twice. I saw them both times with the original lineup. That's correct. Yeah, this was right before the incident with the single came out where Ben got all butthurt that they released some kind of single with the girl singing for that Halo song and it caused a shit show. Whatever. Whether you like it or not, Ben is the sound of that band. So, and clearly so because they sound like Breaking Benjamin to a T still. So, if you ever needed any question as to why. So, God, this is good stuff. So, I don't have any news about Jason X, but I'll say this. I'm going to give you guys my speculation. I'm going to give you guys my speculation on the situation with Arrow Video and New Line, aka Warner Brothers. So check this out. A lot of people are saying, why is Elm Street only going up to New Nightmare? Here's what I think, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is exactly what I think is gonna happen. I think the reason Warner stopped at New Nightmare is because there's a chance Arrow's got not only Jason Goes to Hell, not only Jason X. Guys, there's a chance Arrow's going to do Freddy versus Jason. And the question is it going to be some sort of bundle? Because look, clearly we are seeing Arrow have a relationship with Warner Brothers. We're clearly seeing Cliff McMillan building that relationship. Look at this past year. Friday the 13th, 2009. Last House on the Left. If that was Warner, I don't remember. Might not have been. But besides that, Trick or Treat. Taken right from Scream Factory. There is a chance Arrow is going to either have a box set or they're going to have separate releases for these. But I think that Arrow has Freddy versus Jason. I have no information on that, but I do speculate that. I do think that's possible. Very well could be possible, guys. I got the mega bundle. Just happy to support a smaller boutique company, and I'm hoping for that signed poster. Good, dude. I'm happy for you. Good, support them. Yeah, I agree. People told me to support them, so that's what I did. I don't know. Good question. Tomorrow's my wife's birthday above Valentine's Day. So what we're gonna do tomorrow is just get something good to eat and then ice cream. I know Sydney wants ice cream and just watch whatever she wants to watch. She may not want to watch. Sydney's burnt out on slasher stuff, so I'll probably have to wake up early and sneak in, a little My Bloody Valentine. Might have to sneak that in here or there. If I do, it's going to be the '09 remake. I might even watch Valentine because I thought Brandon had a good video on that. He actually made me a part of that video. He asked me to send in a clip for that, which I thought was funny. So, yes, I am excited for Deep Blue Sea. I can't decide if I'm gonna get the 4K or the Blu-ray. I might get the Blu-ray just to save a few bucks on it because I don't even think I have a high definition release of that. I might get the 4K though. We'll see. I'm very excited for Deep Blue Sea. I also pre-ordered Cruising. I mean, William Friedkin. I'm excited for that. Just grabbed the Constantine 4K Steelbook. Walmart had it out early. Dude, I'm jelly. I got to go get that. I'm excited to watch Constantine. Very excited about that. Thank you very much, Antonis. I appreciate that. I always thought the My Bloody Valentine remake was terrible because of the painfully bad acting. I never thought it was bad. I always enjoyed it. I actually really enjoy that movie. Big time. I think it's got a really great sense of humor too. I love Tom Atkins in the film as well. And Todd Farmer is hysterical with his sex scene in the the motel, I should say. Valentine is a fantastic slasher. It's just so funny because I read that in his voice whenever I see that. It's funny. I have Deep Blue Sea 3 on Blu-ray when it came out. Nice. Eli got it 30 minutes ago. Listen, guys. All right. Fire round. Ask away. And then we're going to wrap it up for the night. But I'm going to give you guys fire round. Let's do it. 140 people in here. Drop a like on the show. Thank you all for being here. I so appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight on short notice. This is awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys have been showing out all night. I so appreciate it. Let's go. Fire round. Let's do it. Fire round. I'm waiting on y'all. All right. Let's go. El Crypto Video, what's up, dude? Hey, Christian, I actually watched My Bloody Valentine 09 last night. Still holds up. I agree. I enjoy it big time. Did I order the 4K set yet? No. I'm going to wait until the Orbits and Diaboliques get it. I don't personally pre-order from Zavi. I'm not saying that they're bad, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait, Eli. Christian, do you like the band Killing Joke? I feel like I've heard of them. '80s. Yeah, of course I know that song. Love Like Blood. Yeah, I need to listen to them again. I've definitely, yeah, I'm a fan. I've definitely listened to them through some playlists. How many guitars do you own? Probably 4 or 5, and the same with basses, 4 or 5 basses, max that I own. I'm a big Fender guy, by the way. So, big Fender guy. What's my next tattoo? I'll probably get Melinda Clark right here. So I've got Return of Living Dead, Return of Living Dead, Return of Living Dead Part 2, and then I'll probably get Melinda Clark, the poster for Part 3 right there. Double Impact. Double Team's not a great movie, in my opinion. Double Impact's fantastic. The hell kind of question is this? Do I have preferred toilet paper? um, I guess Charmin Strong. I don't wipe. What are you talking about? Hellraiser 2 or Critters 2? Definitely Hellraiser 2. Nice. I have no idea who Wage is, but go see Breaking Benjamin. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Wanna Burn. I don't think he left a comment with that, but maybe he was just donating. Hey, dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. God bless you, dude. TCM 3D or 22, great question. I'm gonna have to go with 3D. Uh, no, probably not. Most expensive physical media purchase. Um, Probably that Mario Brothers umbrella set, right? Yeah, I love the remake. That's so fun. Big Jensen Ackles fan too. Happy Valentine's Day, Christian. I'm watching X-Ray Stallone as we speak. Also sending out your package tomorrow morning. Very excited. I wish you'd let me see it, but you must be very proud of your work since you don't even want me to see it. Very excited. I'll keep that a spoiler-free thing on here for the audience. Thank you, Dave. Have a good one, dude. Thank you. I love Return of the Living Dead 2, but I don't know if there's a huge audience for a 4K of that, to be honest with you, Austin. Do I consider Leatherface a slasher or a backwards hilly killbiller? I don't see him as a slasher. I don't it's funny. The second you say that, you'll have arguments back and forth, so I kinda just stay out of that because to me, it's like, who really cares? But not I kind of agree with you. I kind of agree with you, but I can also see the argument of like, well, he's an icon. He's a slasher icon, you know? So, I could see it both ways, I guess. That's right, dude. Charmin Ultra Strong, dude. Don't get that soft stuff. You have strong. I'm a man, dude. I wipe. I've never tried a bidet. Um, I've never tried one. You should try one, CR says. I think Hellraiser 2 is very overrated. But it's fun. It's kind of interesting to hear you say that because I never hear people actually say that they love part 2 except for me and a few other people. So overrated is a weird word for me with that one because I feel like the only one that really gets talked about is the first one. So to me, it's just weird to hear it be called overrated. If you don't like it, I guess I don't know if that's what you're really trying to say, but overrated is a weird movie because you never hear people just all the time say, "Oh yeah, Hellraiser 2 is the best horror movie ever." I think it's the best Hellraiser movie myself, but I wouldn't even say it's underrated because at least most people have heard of it, the Hellraiser films. But um, yeah, that's an interesting way to word that. That it's overrated. I feel like the only one that really gets talked about in a grand sense is the first one. Not that I would say any of them are overrated. I mean, the movies are like 40 years old now, so they've definitely built up a fan base over time. White gravy, white gravy all day long. Do I still think? Do I still think House 4 is terrible? I mean, it's the worst one. I would say, yeah, it's probably terrible. It's good bad though. Um, what is a good newer PG-13 horror film? I just watched Escape Room and it wasn't really a fan. I thought that movie was okay. Um, watch Countdown, J Rock. Countdown, Countdown. You got a screen used Bloody Valentine remake stuff today of the dude. Yeah, send it to me. This is what I was talking about. Somebody asked me what I think. It's not. That's why I don't get into it. It's not even. He's saying it's not even a debate, which I like Richard. I'm not arguing with Richard. But my point is that's why I don't even bother getting into the conversations about stuff like that because no matter what you say, you know, I had a buddy that would say, "Yeah, the movie Alien is a slasher film," and people would go back and forth with him every time he said it. I was like, "Dude, why do you even? Why do you have to enjoy arguing with people about that?" He's like, "No, it's just I'm setting the record straight." People are like, "No, it's not a slasher film. It's a creature feature monster movie. What are you talking about?" He's like, "No, Alien is a slasher film." And I'm like, "Dude, just stop. You're not going to change people's minds. It's not worth it. It's just absolutely not worth it." Thank you so much for the cryptic video with a 4.99 super chat. I watched some of your old videos and couldn't see anything. I wanted to watch some of your old videos and couldn't see anything over 3 years ago. That's weird. I've definitely not deleted anything, La Crypta. Thank you so much for the super chat, though. Christian, why do fans want blank serial killer in snow for slashers? What's it matter? Is it just for a striking visual contrast? I think you actually nailed it right on the head. I could give a rat's ass about snow horror movies or Christmas horror movies. Just just absolutely ridiculous. I have zero desire to see shit in the snow. I mean, what's the big deal? So there's just no point. I enjoy Hellraiser 3 over 2. It's funny, I think a lot of people say that. I think a lot of people like 3. Um, I like 3 as well. I really do. I love 2. But 3 is good. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with 3, you know. Don't Go in the Woods Alone is a good bad 80s slasher. In the Hills Have Eyes vein. No, Hellraiser 2 is a very, very highly regarded in the horror community. I guess I just don't pay attention enough. Anytime I really see just Hellraiser talked about and on like a social media sense, it's usually just the first movie. But regardless, I love it. There's a movie there's a movie called The Void that is got a little bit of Hellraiser to it. It's well, it has some Hellraiser at the end. But it's kind of like this weird creature feature cosmic. I always talk about this movie any chance I get the opportunity to. It came out in like 2016. It's like a cult. It's like a cult horror creature feature cosmic horror. It's amazing. If anybody hasn't seen The Void, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Guys, I'm going to go up to a 7.9 on this mug, by the way. I wish Leatherface was more center focused and a 15 plus victim slasher and always as brutal as that's where me and you will disagree. I don't like the brutal Leatherface. I like the Leatherface that's more more scared. That's why I love the original 2 a lot. Now the difference is in the 2022 movie, not a remake, but in this 2020 movie, he was acting off of revenge, which is a trait that I think a lot of us have. So I let that slide, but I don't like the Briniarski Leatherface as much as the Gunner and Bill Johnson Leatherface, where he's kind of like, whoa, what am I supposed to do? That's the kind of Leatherface, and that's why I can see the argument about slasher, not slasher. Like I said, I stay out of it, but if somebody's asking me about it, of course I won't, I won't ignore the question. But that's where me and you will differ. I'm more of a fan of the Leatherface that's more scared. Hellraiser reboot was okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing special. Jesus Christ, go to bed. Well, thank you for thinking that highly of me, Nick. I wouldn't consider myself Jesus Christ. I'm close. But I am on graveyard, so it's technically 12 in the afternoon for me right now. But it's always good to see you in here. There's always both sides of the argument. There always is. It's like, what can you do about it? Yeah, I was gonna say I haven't deleted anything. My first video should be me playing piano. So, what is your Panda Express order? Great question. I definitely get the fried rice. Lately I've been getting the orange chicken. But the Beijing beef is a great way to go. I mean, if I'm real hungry, I'll get the plate combo with the double Beijing and rice, and then I'll add a side of orange chicken. and I'll eat that separately out of its little container. Sometimes I'll mix it in with the rice, but I really like the Beijing beef. That's Beijing beef's good. And to be honest with you, I haven't ventured out. The thing about me is I'm a creature of habit, right? So if I find something at a restaurant that I like, I will just get it over and over again. I don't really take much chances when I go out. But yeah, I need to look at the menu again. I think they might have had like some sort of a peppered steak that looks pretty good. But the problem is sometimes the flavor of those can be a little too strong and don't really, don't really go very well with the rice. So, you know, dude, I hope not. That'd be the worst day of my life if I got skeeted in 4K. Or if I got a knock at the door, you want a brand new Lamborghini? Yeah, man, you won. If I saw a guy with a Lamborghini shirt on, a big tall black guy with a Lamborghini shirt on with a big beard, I'm in trouble. And if anybody doesn't know what that's referencing, it's Skeeter Gene. He's a YouTuber, one of the funniest YouTubers on the planet. It's one of those kind of like To Catch a Predator type channels. And Skeeter Gene, he's this big black guy. He's so cool. I love him. He's got a big beard. He's got the best sense of humor I've ever seen. He's got the driest sense of humor. Anybody hasn't seen Skeeter Gene, type in Skeeter Gene on YouTube and go watch Predator. Pred thinks he won Lamborghini, goes to jail instead. Stuff like that. There's one video where Skeeter Gene gets this guy to go to a hotel to he thinks he's meeting a kid. These sickos, right? The name of the video is Pred tries to meet 13-year-old, meets Michael Myers instead. But that's funny in and of itself. But what's hysterical is in the video, there's a guy dressed like Myers, and it's the Trick or Treat Studios. It might have been the Halloween 18 mask. I don't know if Kills had come out yet. It might have been the Kills mask. I don't know. But the guy comes in the hotel room, sits down. The decoy is what they call him, the actor. It's obviously they get an over 18 actor that just looks young to kind of like pretend like they're playing a young teenager, to talk to him for a second. And all of a sudden, Skeeter comes out the bathroom. And as Skeeter comes out the bathroom, a guy in a Michael Myers outfit comes out behind him and just stands against the wall like this. And then Skeeter does the interview like, what were you here to do? Who were you here to meet? How old did they say they were? And the whole time he's doing the conversation, the Michael Myers guy's just stonewalled against the wall, doesn't say anything, doesn't do anything. And the guy is he's shitting himself so bad that he just doesn't even say anything about the Michael Myers in the room. He just stands there, like answer the question. It's the funniest stuff. Hellraiser 4 is a missed opportunity, but I like it more these days than when it first. I like it. I don't know that it was a missed opportunity, more so than they hired the wrong guy. I don't think Yeager's meant to be a director. I think they got Chappelle in for a reason, to quite frankly fix the movie. But I don't think it was a missed opportunity. I think it was they should have hired Chappelle from the start. That's what I think. Or at least tried to have gotten him from the start. That's what I think. I'm not a fan of ranch. I'm not a fan of ranch at all. Barbecue sauce. Yeah, it's on the set. Yeah, it's on there's on the set. So the 4K set. Yeah, The Void. It's a great movie. There's a Blu-ray out there for you guys. I love The Void. It's really is a daring film. There's a lot of elements to The Void that people could say it's a little it's going in a lot of directions, but it's more of like It's more of like a design map that the movie is. It goes here, then it goes there, then it goes there, then it goes there. It doesn't ping pong back and forth. It starts out as like this cult movie, but then it turns into this creature feature. Then it turns into, you know, a slasher movie. Then it turns into this cosmic horror movie. Then it turns into a Hellraiser film. It goes from one thing to the next, but it's all threaded very well. I think it's a I agree. I think it's a brilliant horror film. Really needs a new release. It needs a second. I think it's a second sight over it, all over it. Dream Emulator. By the way, guys, that's a good guy right there, Dream Emulator. Y'all check him out. We got love for Bloodline. I love Bloodline. Bloodline rules. Yeah, I mean, the thing about Bloodline too is no, it's not my favorite. Of course, it's not my favorite Hellraiser, but at the same time, I think it was the most successful theatrical one. I think it actually did really good. Um, See, you're trying to be facetious, but I would read that stone faced. It's not better than Leprechaun 4. It's not. Nothing's better than Leprechaun 4. You know what's funny? Mandy is great. I actually find The Color Purple to be more of the Nick Cage Renaissance film to me. I thought The Color Purple was a fucking phenomenal movie. Mandy's fantastic, but I got more out of Color Out of Space, not The Color Purple. What's the Whoopi Goldberg movie? What am I saying? I love The Color Purple. But Color Out of Space is the movie I'm referencing. I guess I'm thinking purple because the biggest color of the movie is in fact purple, pink. So no disrespect, Whoopi Goldberg. I love The Color Purple. Color Out of Space is the movie I like. Dude, I tell you, I'm a fucking mark for season 3 of Jersey Shore when they went back to the Shore House. Um, that fight between Sam and Ron, where they have the blowout. I mean, the big blowout, and he trashes the room. She goes out in that blue dress and dances at Karma all night, and Ron just flips his shit. He comes back to the room and just trashes stuff. He's roided out. Some of the best television I've ever seen in my life. Thank you so much. The gunship cover is amazing. It's not better than the OG. It's not, but I really appreciate you saying that, Eli. I really do. I don't talk about my music a whole lot, but when people tell me that they enjoy it like that, it means the world to me. Thank you so much. The Black Angus steak ribs. I haven't tried that. I'll have to try that next time I go, or at least get it as a sample. Like if I'll get my normal and then I'll get the extra of that and I'll add it. See if I like it. Um, he's doing great. Iggy Pop is doing great. He's big. He's strong. He's a good dog. Thank you for asking. It's so funny. I was telling Deadpit this. You guys should set up a live stream called Director Spotlight interviewing Alan Smithy, but actually get a director that did an Alan Smithy movie. Like go out of your way because I think Rick Rosenthal is Alan Smithy, Kevin Yeager is Alan Smithy. Um, there's rumors that Tom Savini was an Alan Smithy once, but I'm not sure if that's true or not. But my point is, it'd be funny if like you set up an interview and you're like interviewing live interview with Alan Smithy, and then it's actually somebody that did a movie where they used the pseudonym. The best Alan Smithy movie is probably Bloodlines, but The Birds 2 Lands End. I got I think it's a Blu-ray. I don't think it's a 4. It may be a 4K. I think it is a 4K. Sequel, obviously, to The Birds, classic movie, right? It's actually not half bad. It's wacky as shit though. Came out in like '94, so that's what Rosenthal was up to in the '90s, doing The Birds 2 Lanston. I'm not too familiar with any of those, Aaron. Check It Out, Steve Doc I don't think I've seen any of those. My kinda comedies are like, I do like sketch comedy, like, I watch a lot of Key and Peele, there's some great stuff with that. Obviously, I grew up when the Chappelle Show came out live, and I remember when we were watching it, the second half of the season, everybody was like, "Where the fuck is Dave?" Where he got out of there, he took off. Um, and that's when Saturday Night Live was great. Now Saturday Night Live is trash, but, um, I'm not familiar with any of those. If you have a suggestion out of those 3, let me know. I don't even think I've heard of them. I don't think I've seen Turbo Kid. So, I need to work on some new material. I've got some stuff, like, in the docket, just old stuff, but nothing I've really finished. So, the Color Purple Stuff podcast. It's funny, Matt, I gotta catch up. They just put out an episode where they talk about I don't know if you could see it, Matt. I know I have it. See right there? Baby Sinclair? I know they did an episode where they talked about him. So, I gotta listen because I have him, Baby Sinclair, right there. Um guys, listen, we're at 2 hours. Thank y'all for hanging out so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats tonight. They go right back into the channel. Very much appreciated. So, I got movies to make, movies to watch, and videos to make. Thank you guys so much. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Spend it with your significant other if you have one. If not, treat yourself. Take yourself out to get yourself something nice to eat. Watch some good stuff on TV. My wife just told me that CapCut is back in the App Store. She just texted me that. Let me see. Thank God, because I need CapCut. It was the best editing app I've ever had. Let me see if it's back. Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. CapCut is back. I'm a video editor on the go. CapCut was the best app on the world. Thank you, Jesus. I was using InShot and it was nice, but it was a pain in the ass compared to CapCut. Oh my God. Thank you. I've got CapCut back. Thank you, Jesus. Oh my God, I love CapCut. Great way to end the show. Guys, drop a like before you go. Thank you so much. God bless you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Take care. Good old CHH is saying, you mess with the law, you're going to get um CHH signing out saying, don't fuck with the law, man, Steven.